Hi everyone, Wes here. I just want to share with you some information that my clients have been asking me about the US market, just a bit more of an update of what's happening in the foreclosure market, housing wise, across the US. Simple answer to that is that there's millions and millions of homes being brought onto the market and resold, and they're being sold for a fraction of what they're actually worth, just so that banks can clear those homes. So obviously, from a homeowner's point of view, that's not a situation you want to be in. From an investor's point of view, that's exactly the situation you want to be in. As Warren Buffett says, he's been waiting for an event like this to happen in his lifetime, and here it is. Like he's been waiting a lifetime for it to happen is more the point. So now he's got this event where they're able to go into the marketplace and buy up thousands of homes, and there's plenty of high-profile people doing exactly that. You can do that as well as an investor, but you need to have the knowledge first. Having that knowledge is the key, because the system is certainly a lot different to what it is in Australia. Once you have that knowledge, though, it is a very lucrative market, and there's ways around dealing in that marketplace that can guarantee those results. The beauty of dealing in the US market right now is that because you are buying a property at a fraction of what it's worth, you can't replace the property for what you're paying for it. Here's an example. You could have a property that was valued 6 months ago at $150,000, $160,000, $180,000 and more, and you're buying that property for a tenth of that. You might be paying $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 for a property that was worth so much previously. Now, before, when it was valued at those rates, that was obviously what they perceived in that area at that time, and it was being serviced by homeowners. The problem was that everyone was doing what they've done in Australia too, which is leverage their equity to buy things that they don't really need. So they're buying great, big plasma screen TVs, and they're buying Xboxes, and they're buying PlayStations and all the doodads and things that they want, new bikes and you name it. Buying all the things that aren't asset creating, and that goes against your equity. Now that's fine until you have to pay it back, because when it comes time to pay it back and you're paying it back in loan payments, you've got fancy things around your home that you can play with, but it doesn't pay the bills. When interest rates go up, or as what's happened in the US, where the global financial crisis hit and the homes were leveraged, then that means that a lot of people were losing jobs and not able to pay their mortgages. If they not only can't pay their mortgages, they might have even missed what's called home owner association costs, which are even more critical. So they're like a body corporate cost in Australia. If you don't pay those, you can have your home foreclosed on you in 75 days. You might owe a $100 bill and still have your home foreclosed on you. That's not missing your mortgage, that's missing your homeowner association cost. So that's an interesting one that obviously is critical in that marketplace, but has caused a lot of grief for people. So not only did they miss those payments, they've also missed their mortgage payments. So it was going to happen to them anyway. But in America, they can walk away from the property. They hand the keys back and walk away. In Australia, obviously, that doesn't happen. The banks chase you for it. So it's a different market. The thing is, though, you cannot, and I've been heavily involved in Australian market in property. I bought 62 properties worth $20 million in less than 2 years. So I know the Australian market and how to deal in the Australian market. I also know the US market